Hello there. So, guarding only guardian challenge. This is the setup. Last time I wished for Cursed Run for something like Ancient Dragon or Nameless King. Last time I wanted something like Ancient Dragon or Nameless King or the Nox Dragonkin Soldier, but no, I got Wormface. Arguably, Wormface should be the next to best or the best counter to this build. I managed to get my resistances up to +9. But then before that happened I died once because I didn't have enough boluses and got some healthy screaming into the pillow at the end of the video. In the end I got the Dark Soul syndrome and I want Wormface again. The run was actually invalidated already because I hit him with the ultimate. And classical HP recovery from successful guardian, more ultimates, which means more heals, and the defense at a low HP when the chip damage settles in from something. These fuckers will not actually attack, but run around. So the best strat was this. Projectile damage drop off. Improved incants. Projectile damage drop off. This is mine. Chart sorceries. We want warming stones. And all the damage negations, all the resistances possible. So I had this on the map last time as well. This is out of reach, so I will go through this route and then this, but I made I will get at least one more church. Okay. Uh-huh. Leave me be, fucker. You are bitch, you run away, I'm not going to do anything with you. So flaming chariots, impossible. Blood rose resistances, charge attacks, damage negation upon landing, charge attacks. HP recovery. Maybe later, but no, definitely not now. Pod boys. I will actually get rid of this one. It will take some time though. It's almost 4,000 runes. Two more. Last one. Exalted Flash actually increases damage of the shockwaves, so that was worth. Let's loot it here. I won't be wielding two armaments, so that's not a concern. 4 flasks is definitely not ideal. Continuous HP recovery. I will not be wasting time with these. Fucks. Did I see improved damage negation at low HP? That is actually what I want. Continuous HP recovery. Continuous HP recovery. And I want to level up. Let's open this Ever Jail and see if it's Crucible Knight. I think I can take on him even at level 2. Okay, I actually need to log in though. I wonder when grab attacks will start. And he's down. Okay, this is final level of the day most probably. There is nothing here. Let's have a look. Into the village, then take this treasure, take the church, and maybe one Crucible Knight in the castle, and that's all. If it's Crucible Knights. Okay, so only this one fucker, because the rest run away. So damage negations. Improve damage negation at low HP, 12k. So this is only worth, and the revive is worth. So I have improved damage negation at low HP in the relics, which gives 15%. Then another 23%. Successful guarding up spoils, I mean whatever for the time being. An exalted flesh is actually what is the shit. Magic damage negation. There are so many magic damage negations. So if it's trolls, it's pretty clear that that is not happening. If it's banished knights, I will be in the castle for some time. They are not aggressive at all for some reason. They are just peacefully eating. This could synergize with the rest of the build. Okay, they are not attacking for some reason. I hear heavy armor. I haven't tried to fight this guy. He doesn't have grabs, so he's arguably a better choice. And it's even more aggressive. Let's deal as much damage as possible to him before having to leave. In solo, these guys are for 27,000 souls. Let's try to stay by any means necessary, even for a cost of a revive. Will not be getting the last guy. These evasive fuckers. Only one more. Thank you for a contribution. Give me warm face. I want the fucking warm face. Damage negation, low HP. Formidable bosses are a bad idea, but those Crucible Knights are goated. No, it's a wet noodle fight that provides no challenge besides the time. Gaping dragon. So there is only... I need to make it through the second day. Brophades was fighting Gaping Dragon for 15 minutes, I think he said. So this, the grabs and the toxic effect. The last time the setup was perfect. I had wooden shield with great passive that would up my damage negation by 19%, then other shield that would up my damage negation upon successful guarding another 19%. Then I had, I think, damage negation at low HP, and I need to be trying to get hit. So I was perfectly set against heavy affinity damage, but I got the worst matchup Guardian can get, and that is Form Face. Like, not Guardian, this challenge. I think there is nothing worse than that, because Worm Face, you are not even doing any damage to it, and it will kill you. Okay, I should run to the side and steal guard into it so that I can get them. I should probably let myself be run over. I thought he was going to jump on top of me. And now let myself to be run over. And it's only one hit. It really will be 15 minutes here. Maybe I should play something in the background for myself. Sort of music. But it can kill me if I go out of the night train. Two hefty hits. So this is the patience challenge. Just not to get grabbed, not to get your health reduced to 0. The exalted flesh, it would be waste here. Damage window. Okay, next time he does this, I will have around 10 seconds to start playing some sort of video for the background. I will go insane otherwise. Okay. First time this. And now I would get my health drastically reduced. So I cannot let myself to be ran over. It's not like he's hitting me either. Okay, I recognize the pattern. It's the same, but with the sludge on top. I mean, they really outdid themselves in From Software. This boss is fucking disgusting. Now it will run forward. I should be safe here. And now your channel and the time. It's still far. History. So I'm Alright. This will be enough time.
Blocking with a shield is the bread and butter behind Guardian's game plan. It allows you to tank hits from bosses, micro-stagger some smaller bosses, and overall distract enemies so that the rest of your team can chip away at the boss's health. Witch's Brooch Relic allows Guardian to reflect a portion of his damage dealt to his shield onto his enemies, and that got me thinking, can you beat an Expedition of Night Rain by only blocking attacks? This means I cannot use anything else to deal damage. I cannot use my weapons, I cannot attack using the shield, and I cannot use my ability or my ultimate to take enemies out quicker. Nor can I use walking abilities or passives that deal damage. I can only deal damage to enemies by reflecting the damage dealt to my shield. How much is that damage, you ask? I'll link a video explaining the details behind it, but in short, it's not much. It doesn't scale with your level, and it's about 60 damage on average. The Night Lords have upwards of 10k health in a solo run, so you can imagine how long this would take. Before I hopped into an expedition, I needed to figure out who was the best boss to try this out on, as most of the Night Lords deal elemental damage, which would eventually chip away at my health too much, bleed me dry of my flasks, and just end the run. I settled on Fulghor because he's my favourite boss, he's hyper-aggressive, and his elemental chip damage really isn't that much. And so, I hopped into an expedition without any planning.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
I landed in Lemveld and immediately dropped my halberd to honour this challenge. I had an interesting spawn at the church here, as I wasn't able to rank up straight away. So we blocked some rats to death. I looked around the immediate area for some soldiers, as I really needed some levels for this challenge, and it takes so long to kill enemies with a block. We hit level 2 and head out into the world. I walked past a scarab, and it got me thinking, I can't kill any scarab to get a talisman from them, because they don't fight back. Oh well. We carried on to our first camp and began blocking soldiers to death. If this was how long basic enemies were taking to kill, I couldn't imagine how long it would take to kill the night bosses. We blocked the encampment boss to death and we hit level 3, but the night circles already started closing. Time was our biggest enemy in this run, and I didn't have a lot of it. I tried my luck with an Evergel and got a Crucible Knight. I knew this would get me a lot of runes, and they're such aggressive enemies that I could kill them quicker than expected. As I got him to low health, he just kept grabbing, and eventually I died from lack of skill.
Fuck.
We went back and I did what I usually do with trolls in my comment section. I blocked him. Killing this guy allowed us to get to level 6, which was surprisingly good. We grabbed some more churches and went off to the main castle to see what forest later that's in the basement. Oh, fuck! No, I'm out. Fuck that.
That bell-bearing hunter laughter was fucking goated.
See who had claimed the castle. Looks like we had banished knights on the menu. I wondered if I could spend all day here leveling up, as the castle yields great rewards in XP. So we just kept blocking and blocking and blocking. Eventually the circle closed and we had to fight the Night 1 boss. I was really nervous about it, as I had forgotten that some Night bosses are blocking against, because they have such slow or weird attacks. And we got Gaping Dragon. This boss is really chill and was not aggressive whatsoever. It wasn't difficult, but God, he was wearing down my sanity by a mile. This boss took about 15 minutes to kill, but that 15 minutes felt like an eternity. Now, I was more worried about the Night 2 boss more than ever. I was considering starting again and doing some better planning, but I didn't want to waste this attempt. And so we carried on. I went back to the castle to kill some more banished knights and give the Elder Lion a crack. It went exactly as you'd expect. They were pretty cruisy, obviously, but I just had to manage my stamina meter. The Elder Lion kept jumping into my blind spots, and he took a little longer than expected, but that's alright. After I did all that, I noticed the circle closing again, and I figured I should try my luck at a wandering boss. Maybe if I got lucky and got an aggressive enemy like the Royal Revenant or the Grafted Scion, I could kill them quicker, as they'd be constantly attacking me. I came across a Leonine and figured he was aggressive enough, so I gave the old shield a test run on him. He was okay. He tried to get into my blind spots once again, but nevertheless, the bird prevailed. After defeating him, we hopped into the volcano to see if the fire prelates were worth killing. They dropped boss rewards, and I was hoping to get some neat passives or stamina buffs from them. This guy took ages to fight, and eventually he just knocked me down a hole, so I got the shits and just left. Oh my god, brother. You gotta be kidding me. Oh, I'll just go to the circle, I guess. The circle was closing in, so I just had to head straight there, as we had hit level 10, and I figured that was enough for this run. All I really needed was decent enough vigor and stamina, because the reflected block damage doesn't scale with your level at all. So I anxiously waited for the Night 2 boss and had a quick power nap. Once the Beastman and Dragon spawned in, I knew this run was over already. Alright, who is it? Who is it? Oh, fuck. I'd rather shit in my hands and clap than block a dragon to death. But not only that, this means we're going to be fighting the Nameless King. We were fucked. All he does is elemental damage, and it was just a matter of time before he wore us down and killed us. But look, I thought there was still hope, so I gave it a try. This fight sucked, and was the worst one yet. He kept breathing fire, flying around and chipping away at our health. Not to mention some of his attacks hit our blind spots and just did stupid damage. Man, this was not looking good. I thought maybe I could run away and use my ult to heal, but I'd have to be careful not to hit the boss with it, or that would mean I would have broken the rules. We healed up and kept trying, but there was no luck. It just kept chipping us out, and eventually, we died. Yep, saw that one coming. Time to start again! I can't wait! I had to rethink my plan because this expedition was clearly not going to work. I went back to the drawing board and played around with relics, and I hit the jackpot. The Knight of the Lord relic boosts your attack power whenever you swap weapons. I decided to test it out on the shield, and lo and behold, it actually worked. It wasn't that much of a damage boost, but it was still something. Next, I found out that Exalted Flesh also buffs the damage, so we'd need to hold on to them during our run.
Okay, the strat here is to stand on side of him and deal multiple hits when he rushing forward.
I could passively heal while taking chip damage. I had a look at the seeds of the expeditions to see which one was going to be more friendly for this run, and I found the one, Tricephalos. Coincidentally, he's the first Night Lord, but he's not the easiest, especially solo. When he splits into 3 dogs, they gang up on you and you're kinda fucked. But end of day bosses look more enticing. For Night 1, we'd either get BBH or Queen Maggie. For Night 2, we'd either get the Horse Trio or Margaret. While these weren't the best options, especially for Night 2, they were a hell of a lot better than getting an Ancient Dragon or Nameless King. And so, we set off once again. I made it to the Night 1 boss at level 6. The first day was honestly the same as the first run. Block some soldiers to death and get some churches. Adding to that though, I managed to grab some consumables from the merchant. We got the BBH for our first boss, and honestly, I'm chill with that because he does no elemental damage and we can just sit there tanking his combos till the cows come home. It was going well until he hit one of our blind spots and then clipped me as I was dodging backwards. Whoop. Just clipped me. Uh-oh. It's alright, we'll get back up.
I should have used my ultimate.
I wasn't too concerned about this though, as we always get one free revive per night boss. So I just got back up and kept holding my ground. Eventually the BBH succumbed to his self-sustained injuries. His sword would bounce off my shield, recoil back and hit him in the face. Poor guy. For day 2, we made our way back to the castle and found an infestation of banished knights. They've come back for round 2. Same deal, we cleared out as many as we could before the circle started closing, or until I got bored. Speaking of, I did get bored. I decided to leave the castle and spin my luck for a wandering boss. What I wanted was either the Royal Revenant or the Grafted Scion, as they're both very aggressive. Yes! Grafted Scion, oh you're so fun. You guessed it, we sat there and blocked him to death. Seems like grafting can only get you so far, buddy boy. I really enjoyed blocking his flurry of jabs and watching his health bar go down quickly. It was refreshing to see some decent damage for once. I defeated his sorry ass and ventured back to the castle, although trouble struck when the circle started closing again. So that cut out really short. I felt underleveled, so I decided to catch this poison camp on the way to the circle. Unfortunately, I got a bit too hungry. Yeah, I'm an idiot. I shouldn't have done that. Fuck's sake. We went back for our runes, but then something weird happened on the way back. I sat there pressing the drink flask button, but the silly ass bird just sat there staring at me and I died.
What are you doing? What? I was pressing the drink flask button. What? What was he doing?
Well, I fucked up. We won't be doing that again, will we? Anyway, I got Margaret as the night boss and look, this run was just cursed now, man. I spent way too long taking chip damage from these omens when I could have just ran away and saved my flasks for Margaret. Because when we started the actual boss fight, I just took way too much chip damage and paid the price. This is it. Yep, GG's. Oh, I really don't want to stay. Margaret was a problem, and I wasn't expecting him to be such a big one. Oh well, back to the drawing board. Not much else changed. I think for this run I used a relic which recovered passive HP, or I used a stamina recovery on block 1. I can't quite remember. My bad. But 2 things remained, the Witch's Brooch and the Knight of the Lord's Talisman. Day 1 was a success, and we got Maggie for the Night 1 boss. She was a breeze, man. Master Yoda had a few elemental attacks, but we still fucked him up. But things changed once we got to the Night 2 boss. We got the horse trio, and I forgot about something. Oh, brother. I forgot he can heal. No! Oh, this is gonna take forever, man. The bloody tree sentinel can heal himself and his allies. He did this for the entire fight, and it was so cringe, dude. Like, legit.
Alright, since the moment I started playing the video, it was 10 minutes 40 seconds. And since he had Gaping Dragon, I'm probably gonna get 3 Sentinel as well. Proof damage negation at full is worthless pretty much. Sometimes seals have successful guarding up spoils. I mean, it's the same. I'm not gonna waste time with the knight here. It would take some time, but I'll yield it fraction of the runes that I can get in the castle with Crucible Knights. I saw here blue increased damage negation at low HP. Successful guarding ups poise. I think I will get rid of that, but maybe I will regret it later. Attack power at low HP, damage negation at low HP, damage negation at low HP. Okay, and I want to upgrade it to blue at least. Storm of Red Lightning, nope. Now let us go get some Crucible Knights. I need to get those flasks though. So, shopping is done. Let's take lift here. And this church is out of hand. So, I will open this Everjail, then go for this church, and then here. So I probably shouldn't have bought the Everjail key when I already had one, and I will not have the opportunity to use more than one. No, this is fucking terrible. It's terrible even in base, in normally and in Deep of Night. It's most bullshit. These how to say that? Group enemies. Nope, no, not a good time. Let's check upon loot here. Improved rolling attacks. Lightning attack power. Alright. Libra. Trade something with him. If I don't die till the end of the day. But it's till the end of the day, it includes the night boss, so nah. I will check his assortment though. Okay, it is in the zone. And where is that sucker? Up here. That fucking skeleton. Can that skeleton... Fuck. I didn't invalidate this run yet. More runes, more strength, no. What is more time efficient? Basement, Bell-bearing Hunter or Crucible Knights? I think Basement Bell-bearing Hunter is worse off. So it's clear that it will be here because fuck you, Circle says. Of course. Let's try to go for Siluria. Go for Siluria, then level up. My walk forward button gets jammed often, and then I keep going forward even though I'm not holding it anymore. But since I installed the keyboard input register into OBS, I can see that it is still being pushed, that button W going forward. Okay, soon the grab attacks will start. Okay. So now I think I could level up to level 8. I do have both revives. That is perfect for me. Here I could just stand and tank, block everything. But I need to wake up to reset the stamina. So the Crucible Knights are perfect. Crucible Knight Castle is the best here. They do not get stance broken by the shockwaves, yield most souls per piece, and yeah, not too hard, not too annoying. Chain attack finishers. Let's level up and check out the basement. if there is something like Revenant. Okay, this is it. So I have 15% damage negations at low HP in relics, then 23% in ooh, give me this. Ooh, give me this. So 15, 23 and 30% damage, extra damage negation at low HP. Okay. There is a fort, so let's upgrade the shield. I actually have purple shield. The health from successful guarding is weaker than before, but I'll take it over uncertain 17% of extra damage anytime, because it will work at all times. It what makes the anti-chip build thick, anti-chip damage build thick, or work, so to say. Otherwise, I'm set. I'm actually running for the night boss. 5 heals and Nameless King waits, I believe. 1060. So is there anything amazing here? Kinda is, kinda was. Those relentless fuckers. So the small fucker got it. So the challenge invalidated. He got hit with the ultimate. Okay, I need to get rid of this one. The dragon will not probably make any issues, but if this runs up to me from behind when I don't expect it, he will burst me a lot. But Nameless King is able to... Nameless King will kill his minions, actually. He will spawn before I take this dragon down. Of course. And the damage from Nameless King actually kills the dragon pretty damn easily. It has around 2000 health, I believe. Okay, now we focus on dodging the Nameless King. He should start with breathing the fire. That is first flask out. Okay, I need to get hit into my shield as much as possible. Dead angled, of course. I need to stand in front of it so that the Nameless King attacks. The chip damage is very bad, very terrible. This is fucked. This shield is actually one of the worst to block lightning. So this is impossible. But I wanted to have this captured. Unlike fucking Wormface. I will try to block the breath. Okay, big damage. Okay, let's go. That wasn't too bad. Need to be very near the head so the shockwaves hits her. Hits it. I'm not going to block this. It's too much. Now I will lock off, because sometimes it fucks you over. Nice. 2 hits. So it's not that hard, it's just tedious, it takes long time. So the first phase is just really like waiting game, and the second phase is when the shit hits the fan, because pure elemental damage from Nameless King. Okay, this was risky. This was about to dead angle me. Big bonk, but big damage for the Drago as well. Okay, I don't want to waste any heal here. Yes, yes, of course. Fuck it, fuck everything. Big bonk. I'm waiting for stance break here. Fuck! You didn't see that, but I pressed Windows button instead of Alt tab, and I pressed Windows button instead of Alt. Did I? Fuck! Of course you fucking dead angle me. Ah, I'm not lock on to. That's the issue. I pressed Windows button. And that showed the interface. Sent me out of the game for a second. I was waiting for stance break to heal, but when I saw that I got So I'm staying at low HP because that is where my regen from the relics pops off, and also damage negation. And that's how to battle the Nameless King. Have this, then damage negations at low HP, with possibly a God Roll relic restores HP and improve damage negation at low HP, so that you can have this as well, with combination of this being a must. 2 flasks I had in the end, so I should be able to win, considering I did not die a single time during this fight, but the run is of course invalidated because I hit the dragon with big damage from ultimate. Stamina, of course. Close to 4. And I can have 4 revive. So let's get that one. Yes. 4 revives. And this is a must. And besides that, it's a wet noodle fight, so these, they were really good. The warming stones played their role as well, and everything is just right. So Fulghor should be no issues. The big spears, I will be able to survive that face the same way I survived Nameless King. Even if I went down, it shouldn't be a problem. I'm saying shouldn't. Big spear. Dead angled. Now the damage negation actually dead angled. Let's use this window to heal. I will not... Okay, I cannot do this backwards. Big chip damage. Dead angle. But you triggered my trap card. Now I have way more resistances. That was full. That was dead angled, by the way. So it's like 1/4 of what I would receive before, thanks to all that damage negation. So you missed everything. So it's big spears all the time. But the moment I get low, the damage negation pops in. And I'm good. Dead angle, by the way. I was wondering when the first stance break would happen. Another dead angle. First takedown, it seems. Okay, this was direct hit. Now he runs me over. And it went down perfectly. I believe I did not hit him even with the winds going up, but I will know for sure. If I could do clean Fulghor, that would be nice. Gladius is not clean, and Nameless King is not clean, obviously. Dead angle. I forgot to dodge backwards with the steel guard. Steel guard backwards, not really dodge. Yeah. Second phase. Okay, he will continue with big spears, that's interesting. Okay, stance broken. We are just chilling. The HP recovery from successful guarding, the regen, and of course the damage reduction at low HP, 15, 23 and 30%. And the damage reduction of course adds up multiplicatively, like the things in Night Train usually do. So 100% damage goes through base resistance of the Guardian, which is around like 20%, 20-ish%. And then from that 100%, so that subtracts like 20% from the base damage, from the 100% damage. From this 80% of remaining damage, 15% gets subtracted, so 12% down, we are at 68. From 68% of the original damage, we subtract another 30%. So from 68%, 30% will be around 18%. So we are at the 50% of incoming damage. And there is also 23% down from 50%. So we are under 40% of the original damage. And that allows me to survive like this, because of course there is some sort of this 40% goes through the resistances of the shield, which might be like 60%. So from 40%, 60% down is around 28%, so I'm receiving only 28% of the original damage that I would receive otherwise. And also I'm healing on hit 4. I'm healing from successful guarding some. I have healing over time on the weapon. And I have and I forgot about that 24% damage negation from successful guarding. So 24% from 28%, that let's make it 25. So only around 20% of the damage that I would receive, I actually do receive. First takedown, didn't have the ultimate, yeah, here's 24%. But it still feels like I'm getting very little damage, even though it's supposed to be like... It needs to be even less than that. Okay, how is he dead angling me? When you are not in the steel guard, the spears will do damage. So I think I did some mistakes 100%. I was not focusing entirely and I did not prepare it in advance. I just wanted to pass the time because the fight is being monotonous. So I'm trying to keep myself awake. But unless I royally fuck up, this is already fine, because I haven't used a single flask. Of course, this setup needs to be even better or is impossible in Deep of Night, since bosses have way more damage. I think warming stones are kind of pointless because every single blow is moving me way too much away. We are basically 10 meters away from the warming stone now. 10 meters is around like how much? 11, 12 yards. And the warming stone is out. So with Nameless King it had way more value. But it still allowed me to heal. So, after successfully guarding, I will receive HP. That was dead angle. Another dead angle. So, after successful guarding, I will receive HP and my damage negation gets up by 24%. At low HP, my damage negation gets up thanks to relics by 15%. And thanks to items by 23% and 30%. And after every successful guarding I will receive some sort of version of HP, and when the shockwaves hit the enemy I also receive 4 points of HP flat. And I can chill in the low HP because I have the perk that when I'm at low HP it will cause automatic HP regeneration. So I'm regenerating HP from successful guarding. I'm regenerating HP from on hit, and I have healing. And I also have 1 flat HP regen per second on a weapon. When Brofades was doing his challenge, he had empty inventory. He had no items, no damage negations. I didn't even notice we are at the edge of the arena. Perfect finish. Yay! So, Nameless King featured but invalidated the whole run and invalidated Nameless King. And here I don't think I hit Fulghor with the ultimate, not a single time, but I will know only after checking the footage. So, because I got lucky, I found in the chest purple smithing stone. Then this was great. This is the best version of it. There is 24% damage negation after successful guarding, which is basically up all the time. Continuous HP recovery, exceptional on-hit HP restoration, 4 points of HP each time the shockwaves hits the boss or your weapon normally hits the boss. Improved damage negation at low HP for 23%, improved damage negation at low HP 30%, and in the relics there is improved damage negation at low HP, and that is 15%. So 15%, 23%, and 30% with 24%. We've combined the basic defense of the Guardian against the holy damage, which should be around 10% or something. Let's say 10, and also the actual damage negation of the shield, which should be above 50%, 100% sure about that for the holy damage. Then HP recovery from successful guarding, and successful guarding fills more of the art gauge. Executor's relic, anyone can get that, and of course Guardian's relic, which is Broche, which gets the healing on the ultimate and the shockwaves, the most important passives on the Guardian. Usually agreed upon that. And of course all over extra vigor, and this is basically like Nanomachines relic, the best. Make this the one that makes most sense out of all relics that dropped me during almost 400 hours of playtime. In actual game hours it's more, because I let the night train be playing on the background. So, spawned in, did the starting camp, then some more farming of the basic enemies, then I grabbed the stone sword key, scouted, then I scouted stone sword key and the map, and I scouted the chests and looted anything possible. Then I went for the Evergel, Crucible Knight, Siluria model, perfect. Then the village, one church, and in the chest there was a bow, and didn't use it in the end. I managed to get in one Crucible Knight and buy a revive, and then the first day boss was Gaping Dragon, which was very slow, really around 15%, just like Buffades said, so I played his video on the background in order to preserve my sanity. Yeah, that was the longest fight. It took, according to this, at 14 minutes it started, so it took really like 15-16 minutes. 14 to 15 minutes it started. But it's also with the entourage of the reds, so 16 minutes in total. Reds could be like 2 to 3 minutes, and then 13 minutes Gaping Dragon. The second day I went to buy what I wanted in the village. Looted the Evergel key, didn't need that because there was only one Evergel on in the path of my routing. So I grabbed the church, look at what the Libra had in the store. I would be improved physique would be nice because you don't get actually penalized like in the eventual greatness, but if you die you just lose it, don't get the benefit. So the rest of the day I defeated one Siluria and one regular Crucible Knight, and that was it for the castle. on the way from the castle. In the castle, the most important loot was the purple small shield with the perfect passive for this run. And on the way I looted the purple smithing stone and took a detour to upgrade my shield in the fort nearby, which 100% helped. Then it was Nameless King time. The antarage was not disposed of, only the small guy because he's annoying, and the dragon got deleted by Nameless King. And Nameless King was okay until I hit the dragon accidentally with the ult. So for the millionth time this is not valid, but the point was to show the setup that makes it almost like enjoyable. Then it was Fulghor, during with the fight which I could have died 4 times and still continue. I died once. I exhausted the exalted flesh and the warming stones, but warming stones weren't really a factor because Fulghor moves you around. So it was basically to get chip damage from Fulghor to low health, and then regen would start and the damage negation would be maximally upped. 15% from relics, 23% from the one artifact, 30% from the other artifact, and 24% after successful guarding. And that combined with the shield's damage reduction and guardian's basic damage defenses. Then the last thing, last but not least, damage, non-damage HP restoration by regeneration when reaching low HP, and also from successful guarding and on hit from the offhand weapon, because shockwaves applied. Lemao lock capacity exceeded. Insane. A very long run. The longest was the Gaping Dragon, 16 minutes, then Nameless King around 10 minutes, and 10 minutes for the Fulghor himself. Curved swords. No one uses curved swords from the start. Gravity, nah. Duchess, Grindstone Scraps, Arcane, Holy Damage Negation. Fulghor and Libra should be doing holy damage. Changes compatible armament skill to seppuku. I mean, that's pretty good for Executor. Alright, so that would be it. I'm pretty damn tired. This should be a video, even the shortened narrated one. And if you suffered through, as always, I'm very grateful for that. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.